What's happening? It's your girl, TampaMystic. We are here live on Magic Room Mondays. I am your host, of course, TampaMystic. And listen, on Magic Room Mondays, what we're going to be doing in the Magic Room is we're going to be bringing industry professionals, entrepreneurs, business owners, tastemakers, people who create magic in their field of expertise. And I'm excited tonight to kick it off with my partner, my homie, my brother. He goes by the name of Mic Lungz. So we about to bring him on. What's happening?
Hey, what's happening? What's going on?
Hey man, listen, you're my very first official guest on the Magic Room podcast. So, it was only right that I brought somebody on that I've been rocking with literally for probably going on a decade now. We've been
Yeah,
doing business and we've become friends and man, it's just I really appreciate you. So, without further ado, man, introduce yourself.
my name is Mike Lungz. I'm a strength and conditioning specialist. I've been doing this for about 20 years. I've trained everything under the sun from kids as young as 7, 8 year olds to seniors about 75, 80 years old. I had two federal judges that I was training and
Mm.
training them out the house. Yeah, so anything under the sun. I mean, my foundation is obviously bodybuilding and things that I like to do in functional training, but I'm
Right.
qualified to train anything that walks through the door.
I what I think is so cool is that I've known you for a long time and I've really watched your transition, you know what I'm saying? Like you've always been like a healthy kind of guy, but I really have watched you transform and transition and it made me a believer that it is possible because I'll be honest like in my own journey there's things that I've thought, man, maybe I'm just not genetically made up to be able to do certain things. You get what I'm saying? And it's
Hmm.
like, but when you put your mind to it and you start doing all the right things, then you start seeing all those changes within your body. So, let's take it back. You and I started working together on the level of you're a music artist. I helped you with promotion on a couple of your albums, and we've done some work together on that aspect. But, what was it that made you decide that, you wanted to get more on the healthy side? Because more now than ever, I think a lot of people are understanding how important it is because of stuff like the pandemic and COVID and stuff. So, how was it that that became a priority for you?
Well, my whole life I've somewhat been into fitness. I did sports my whole life, and then obviously when you get to high school, they put you in the weight room and things of that nature. So lifting weights and things like that and exercising was always part of my life. I didn't do it to the extent that I'm doing now. Even
Right.
like I said, when I was younger and when I was doing a lot more traveling, trying to make it as a rap artist. Um, Obviously I was still working out like when I traveled, but yeah, obviously the eating was different and all that because a lot of things I just didn't know at the time of 15,
Right.
20 years ago of what I know now. But to incorporate it all into one is what it makes you a better artist. It makes you a better person. Your thinking is going to be clear. So regardless of what your profession is, fitness, the lifestyle is something that we all should be obtaining to do.
Man, I couldn't agree more. Like I have my own testimony and my own journey, and you've actually helped me because, I went vegan maybe 6+ years ago, and it was a great journey. And I'm still kind of sort of in the vegan realm. I guess you could say I'm pescatarian now because when I started consulting with you on nutrition, I asked you, do you think I should incorporate like some maybe fish and eggs and stuff like that back into my diet because I know I was lacking on the protein, and you said yes. And I'll tell you, it's been a changer for me because I incorporated it back. Now I'm able to get the protein in my diet that I need, and I can tell a difference just in my energy levels. I
Hmm.
I actually feel like I get a great workout in now. I was feeling a lot more tired before because I just was not getting enough protein in my diet. So I wanted to say thank you for, that encouragement because it certainly did help out a lot.
Yeah, yeah. The smallest changes can in nutrition can make the biggest leaps for people. Just most people just don't properly understand it. But it can get real scientific, but it can also be simplistic too, depending on how you look at it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So listen, we've had, a few people that submitted questions. We posted it about it on it social media the other day, and I invited some people to ask some questions. So are you cool with me letting you know a couple of these questions that people submitted over, and hopefully they're tuning in and they can watch. Once again, we got my homie Mike Lungz. I refer to him as a fitness and nutritionist guru because that's what he
Hmm.
is in my eyes, but he also does virtual training for people who are not in his area. He'll put a nutrition plan together for you. We'll definitely talk about all that.
Mhm.
So is it cool? I ask you a couple of these questions that were submitted over.
Yeah, most definitely. That's why I'm here.
All right, so let's see here. I saved them on my phone. All right,
Mhm.
so the first question that came in, someone said, "What's his eating habits? Is he vegan?" That's what they asked.
No, no, I'm definitely a carnivore. I'm definitely eat meat. There was a time in my life where I was. I think maybe for like 6 years of my life, I was vegan.
Okay,
Just like with anything else in life, and whether it's religion or whatever, I experimented looking for different things that work for me and my lifestyle. And yeah, so I still incorporate vegan meals. Actually, like the protein powder I take is a vegan protein powder, plant based, because I can't digest dairy. So there's a
right.
lot of stuff I still do it, but yeah, I still like steak and chicken and fish. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because that stuff has a lot of good protein in it.
Yeah, 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 definitely.
And that's why, especially with you, you do bodybuilding and stuff like that. You got to have probably an excess amount of protein in your diet.
Yeah,
Um,
it depends on the person, like and anyone's choice in lifestyle. I don't say that because I like to eat meat that you have to eat meat, or that
right.
you have to be plant based. One of my friends now that I'm training, prepping for a bodybuilding show, he's plant based and he goes against the norm of what a bodybuilder is because he's all plant based.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you this: for someone who is maybe like kind of on my journey where they're not necessarily looking to be a bodybuilder, but they want to be healthy and they want to be fit. And I kind of know the answer to this because you put a meal plan together for me. But for the people who don't know, like
Mhm.
we'll say whether it's a man or a woman, and they're just looking to be healthier, whether they're a vegan or pescatarian or they eat meat. On average, how many grams of protein should a person who's wanting to be fit be consuming a day?
It's not a cookie cut answer with that one because it's always going to depend on their activity and what they're doing.
Okay.
Generally, let's just say I'll give two examples. Generally, let's just say there's a man, I don't know, average size, 180 pounds, and he wants to not be a bodybuilder, but wants to maybe be like Brad Pitt in Fight Club, still slim but not too bulky, but still have a nice six pack and all that.
Right.
I would probably keep him at a gram of protein per body weight. So if he's 180, we would give him 180 grams of protein broken down in between an X amount of meals, that whatever meal plan that we come up with him, whether it's 3 meals a day or 6 meals a day. Same thing with the female. As you say, like with yours, let's say someone who's 150 pounds, a female who wants to come down a little bit. Obviously, here we go again, depending on the activity that this woman is doing. Like if a CrossFit woman is going to be different from someone who just does aerobics, so
Right.
I would still keep them maybe not a gram of protein per body weight, but somewhere close to that. If someone's 150 pounds, I'd probably give a baseline of around 100, 125, and then kind of see where it goes from there. We got to let the body and time go by.
See, that's the thing. I know that myself and a lot of other people out there, I'm doing better now because I was really kind of shocked when you told me how much protein we really need to be getting. Not shocked because it makes sense, but I was shocked that I was nowhere near that when I started figuring out and adding up what I was eating. Like, dang, I'm getting about a quarter of what I should be getting. And that's really what is feeding our muscles. Isn't that correct? Like, for us exercising, we got to feed them muscles by putting the proper protein amount of protein in our body.
Yeah, yeah, protein and the other ones, and depending on the carbohydrates and the healthy fats. Like for someone like you who was strength training 3 to 4 days a week, you would need that protein, whichever source it comes from, whether it's plant based
Right.
or whether we're talking amino acids. So what you were doing, you needed more protein. If it's someone else who may just be doing like yoga and some type of cardio, she's not gonna need as much protein that you would
Right.
need. Yeah. So
Understood.
it's still individually based of how you would go do with it.
Gotcha. All right. So let's get to our next question. Hopefully that answered the question and then some. So the next question that we got asked was, and I know that this one's going to probably vary as well, but maybe just kind of give us a rough, how many days a week is it good to work out? Like if you're trying to, again, not necessarily be a bodybuilder, but you're trying to really just, tone it up and get in shape and, get your heart healthy, about how many days a week should a person be working out?
I would say start out with three because we have 7 days in a week. So if you broke it down with 3 days, that gives you enough time, whether it's a Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, or however it did, where you could still have a day or two off in between if you wanted to. And I
Right.
think we can all find 3 days. But here we go again. If someone's goals Obviously, yeah, I want to get in a fitness stage, and 3 days aren't going to work. But generally, like the average person, 3 days a week can get it done.
Word. And then, take a little break in between, right? To let your muscles
Yeah,
recover
definitely.
and
Yeah, yeah.
okay. All right, that makes sense. All right, let's see. We've got a couple more questions here, and then we're going to talk more about your business.
Okay.
Actually, let's talk about your business and come back to that. We answered two of the
Hmm.
questions. We got three more questions. So talk a little bit about your business in particular. What is it exactly that you do that can help if anybody that's tuned in and they're looking to maybe just improve on their eating habits, or they're looking to get a little bit more fit or a lot more fit, or they want to lose 10 pounds or 100 pounds. What exactly is it that you do and how can you help them?
Yeah, depending on it's still the same model. Depending on if you're in the D.C. Maryland area, the gym I train that's in D.C., Washington D.C., and Northeast D.C. Whether we're training one on one and I'm with you, or whether I have like my online clients who are in different states, or you may be in the same state as me, just just not be able to get to my gym. I still do it the same way. I still go through an assessment with the client, figure out where they're at, what their goals are, what they're trying to achieve, see what they have been doing, what may have worked, what haven't worked, see what roadblocks they may have. And then what I do is I take basically the puzzles of your life and put it together. Starting obviously with your training, customized training program, depending on if we're doing one-on-one or if we're doing if it's an online training where I'm giving you the workouts and the sets and reps to do. It starts with that, and obviously we get a customized meal plan that's for you, for the individual, for their goals, whether they're losing weight, gaining weight, muscle, whatever it may be. We I give them that. Um, then I set everything up in my app where we basically plan your whole week. We plan your
Got a dope
workouts.
app, y'all.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We plan like Monday through Friday. We'll plan what days you're gonna do strength training, what days you're gonna do cardio. I put certain things in there for accountability and compliance, where you have to go in there. You got to make sure you hit a button that says that you did the workout. You got to hit a button that says I prioritize certain things that you have to do. Whether it's people have problems on their phone before they go to bed. All right, well, cool. Let's do a digital detox an hour before you go to bed. It's the little things that we add up, not just the training and the eating. It's the little things
Right.
that in your life that makes everything come together. So I take everything as lifestyle and we just put it together where we can make it conform to the individual, because your lifestyles are different than someone who works an average 9 to 5. So
Correct.
each individual is different. I just try to make it simplistic where we can keep the change just going.
Right. Absolutely. And when you guys start consulting with him, be completely honest. Like, be very transparent. Don't get embarrassed because you snack at midnight and you don't want to tell him about it. You got to tell him, hey, this is what I'm eating, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm not doing. That way he can truly cater a workout plan and a meal plan to you because, like, it takes out all the guesswork, really. That's
Yeah,
what I did. I was very, very honest about the stuff that I ate and I sent it over to him and he put a great meal plan together for me. And, it just helps you because a lot of people are guessing every day. They're like, I want to be healthy. What do I need to eat? Maybe I'll just eat salads every day. No, you're not putting the right nutrients in your body if you're only just eating salads every day. You got to have other stuff as well, as we talked about earlier.
yeah, you got to. But that's the biggest thing. A lot of people, they have the right intention of what they want to do. They just don't know where to go. And I say it's like your GPS. You got to have a beginning and you got to have an end, or the app will never tell you where to go. And a lot of people are like that. They don't know where they're going.
Absolutely. And it's like we're all human. We all have
Yeah.
struggles and some people want to do it naturally. Some people decide to go get surgery and that's cool. I don't knock that whatsoever. But me,
Mhm.
I like the challenge. I like the challenge of really working out and really eating good and seeing the results. Like, it makes me feel good about myself. But this is going to be my question to you. The main thing that I have struggled with, and I'm going to be very transparent for you and anybody that's tuned in. I'm 47. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not no spring chicken, but I'm still, kind of sort of young. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I do my best. I really do the best to my ability to keep myself healthy, whether I just go for a walk or I go to the gym. I try to incorporate something in my life. But the biggest struggle that I have at my age and in this point in my life is getting rid of belly fat.
Mhm.
Why is that such a struggle for me? What am I not doing right or what am I doing wrong? Like, any ideas? because that's like, other than that, I'm cool with how my body looks. It's just like there's that little pouch there that I can't seem to get rid of. What's good with that?
Yeah, yeah, not just you. That I mean, that could be that's 95% of women. Literally about I would say 95% of my clients are females.
Yeah,
So from all ages, whether in your 20s up to your 50s or 60s. Obviously, when women have kids, which women have the kids, so it's gonna
right,
it's always the issue for whatever slang name they want to make it. But yeah, it's just something that some women just genetically can bounce back from it, and the skin gets tight. Some don't. Some got to work a little more. So and myself included. I'm not the 1% that walks around and 7% body fat. Like I got to work for the lean as I am. So and I'm 45, so I know exactly what it is. Like it's not the same when I was 25. So same thing.
facts. Not
Yeah,
at all.
yeah. So I just have to be a little bit more stricter on my nutrition. I have to be a little bit more stricter and strategic on my workouts. Because it's the same thing. My body's not going to work at 45 the way it did at 25. I can't get away with eating certain things that we can now. So it's just try to do the best we can. And certain things we're just not going to have control, myself included. I got insecurities about things I don't like about my body, but I'm like,
Right.
this is what it is.
This is what God gave us. We gotta rock it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think for me, I just gotta really step up. I what I have incorporated as of fairly recently is, and I used to do years ago, and when I did, I was in the best shape of my life, was doing HIIT workouts, the high
Mhm.
intensity interval training. And for
Yeah.
me, that's what really shed the pounds for me before. So I've slowly started incorporating that back into what I got going on. So I'm praying that that's going to help me see the results that I want.
Yeah, the thing about it is finding out. Same thing I say when I take someone's lifestyle. Like I ask them that, what do you like to do? What do you like to eat? What do you not like to eat? Because if you give someone a meal plan of foods they don't like to eat, they're not going to eat it. If you give them something, I'm not going to tell
Right.
someone who doesn't like doing kettlebells and give them kettlebells. Like I'm not doing that. So
Right.
yeah, so it's about finding something you enjoy to do that no matter what you like to do. But we know, yeah, we got to have a workout. There's going to be a little bit of discipline. There's going to be a little bit of sacrifice. But if you don't enjoy it, it doesn't matter. People ask me all the time, what's the best workout routine? The one you do and the one you
The
stick
what?
with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
yeah, what's the best diet? The one you stick with for 3 to 6 months. That's the best diet.
Exactly, because yeah, like if you give them a workout routine of stuff they don't like, they're not going to stick to it. So
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
definitely makes sense. So that's why, going back to what I said earlier, if you guys decide that you want to consult with my homie Mike Lungz, be very
Hmm.
transparent with him. Tell him what you like, what you don't like, what you're currently doing. That way he can put the best plan together for you. And
Hmm.
I think that's going to kind of lead into. I have another question here. I put them all on my phone. So somebody asked. Healthy snack ideas for people who like sweets.
It depends on whether some people like, sugar-free options, whether it's Splenda or stevia.
Stevia,
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like
Whatever it is of your sweetness, it's usually about something crunchy and something sweet that we like. With me, I do like a protein ice cream. I take like some ice, some almond milk, put a little protein powder in there and blend it up. Is it gonna be
Oh,
is it gonna be ice cream? No,
yeah,
but it's still cold. It has a texture. It's something that kind of works for me. So here we go again, finding out what works for you. What do you like to eat?
right.
Yeah. So once you kind of find out what you like to eat, then here we go again. When I talk to people, what do you like to eat for a snack? They kind of tell me that I can find a healthy version of that.
Right.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
what you just said. And you could probably even throw a couple strawberries or something in there, and like, so
yeah,
it's almost like a smoothie, but like you said, kind of, yeah, that's
yeah,
really
yeah.
dope.
Yeah,
That's good. So one
yeah.
thing is
You gotta find the things that you enjoy to eat, and then let's find the healthy version of it.
word, word. It's funny because most of the next question was kind of a two-part question, and it's going to kind of be the same. They said, "What should I eat before and what should I eat after a workout?" That's a good question because I hear some people say that they don't eat before they work out, or some
Hmm.
say that they have pre-workout meals, post-workout meals. So I guess that's kind of a good question to ask. Should they be eating before? Should they be eating after? If so, maybe give a couple of examples of stuff that they should be or shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's individually based. Me personally, I don't like working out with food in my stomach. So if let's just say I'm working out at 2 p.m., I'm eating something around noon. So I have two
Okay.
hours. I have about 2 hours for that food to digest, whatever that may be. Some people a little bit closer. They know some people like to have something like I have clients that maybe I train at 6 a.m. and obviously they need something in their stomach. They're not waking up at 4 a.m. So I'm like, well,
Right.
get a banana, get an apple, something that you can still eat, has a little bit of sugar from the natural carbohydrates, but digest and won't be hard in the stomach if you need something in your stomach. And but generally, yeah, if you can have a meal or a shake or something of that nature 30 minutes to an hour before, depending on how your body feels and how you like to, and how your body digests food. That's good. And then obviously 30 minutes to an hour after that workout, whether it's depending on if you're on the run, if here we go again, if it's a protein shake or if you have time to actually get a meal or have a meal ready for you. That's what I would do. Obviously, something protein based, something good carbohydrate based is what you want.
Absolutely. Listen, I agree. Another thing too, make sure whatever I guess your water choice is, make sure you're drinking a lot of water.
Oh, definitely. You gotta stay hydrated. Everything. I mean, we're 75% your brain, your muscles, your skin. Generally, when people come to me and they say they're so tired and have energy. As soon as you get them hydrated for like a week, things change. Everything changes.
Yes, it makes a big difference, and it's funny because I go on a pretty regular basis and get massages because I have a pinched nerve in my neck, so it the massage therapy helps. And there have been times where my therapist will be like, "Oh, you're dehydrated." They can tell just by the
Yeah.
texture of your skin and stuff, and it lets me know, okay, I need to step up and drink more water. So I try to constantly keep water. What are your thoughts on alkaline water? I know a lot of people say that you got to have an alkaline system, which I'm sure is definitely a good thing. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I go by with everything, the good, better, best. Yeah, the best version, depending on whose theory you're listening to, it will be the alkaline water. Obviously, we don't want tap water, but if you have filtered
Right.
water at your house, or if you go get, bottled water, whatever. But good, better, best is where I'm trying to kind of be around, depending on where you're at, what conditions. Certain cities don't have certain things. Certain people you can't find alkaline water, So, good, better, best. Try to use it that way when it comes to water.
Okay, cool. Another question. What about like again, this we'll just say for an average person that's just looking to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's where most people are at. Not necessarily everybody's looking to be bodybuilders, but they're just looking to get a little healthier,
Mhm.
supplement wise. Like, what it would be a good starting point? Obviously, maybe like a multivitamin, they need to be taken, which I take every day. I got a slew of supplements I take, but any
Yeah.
suggestions? I take probiotics. One thing that I've recently started doing as I drink kombucha, like I
Hmm.
really like that a lot. Like, I don't try to drink a ton of it because there is still some natural sugars in there, I guess, but I've been consuming this to get my probiotics. Can y'all
Yeah.
see it? Yeah. So, stuff to talk about maybe a couple supplements that people could be taking just to incorporate, vitamin wise and stuff like that, just to help maybe to build their immunity and things of that nature.
Yeah, I always tell people the top three we should get, and there's tons of more we can get, but the top three someone should start with is obviously a good multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement because even I don't care if you grow your own food, if you're getting from the market, you got the best thing. All it is it's an insurance policy that you are getting the right nutrients, regardless if you're getting everything from your food. So a good multivitamin, multi-mineral, a good fatty acid supplement where you're getting the right healthy fats in your body. Because most people, that's where a lot of things are thrown off. And good healthy fats have so many functions of even muscle growth. I mean, a protein cell. It's a fatty acid membrane around the muscle, so that helps with that. And then two is a good fiber supplement, insoluble fiber. More than likely, it's like psyllium husk based. A lot of people, like we say, are just full of it. Literally, they're full of it, and digestion and getting everything out is what most people don't do. When you ask them that to have a person, how many times they take a number two is I hear astonishing numbers, and so those three, yeah, I would start with those three. Everything after that is what we just call like premium based stuff. Whether we're talking about a protein, a creatine, a fat burner, whatever else. But if you don't have those first three, the multivitamin, the fat, the right fatty acid, and you're in a good fiber supplement, everything else you're an idiot if you're getting everything else because those three are so vital to everything else in your life.
I knew that you would have an answer for that. Like, there's got to be a base first,
Yeah.
per se. These what you got to have, and you're right. Like, I actually recently did. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little in detail with y'all. Please don't be grossed out by what
Hmm.
I'm talking about, but it's just we're human. Like I know that I've read and I've heard that you're supposed to have a movement after every meal, which I wasn't. So I just recently did a natural colon cleanse and boy,
It's a difference.
it makes a huge difference. Like I could tell my belly just felt lighter and flatter and I just felt better like cuz we literally as humans can be walking around with like they say 5 to 20 pounds of shit
Yeah,
inside of us that's just lingering in there and that's just toxics that they need to be out. So like you said, make sure you get enough fiber in your diet to
yeah.
make sure you're flushing all that stuff out. That should not be in there.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, that's all people are doing with these detox teas, regardless of what you call it. Every year, there's another group of women who have this thing, and they're trying to get everyone to come. You're detoxing and flushing everything out, but
Right.
your body can't do that 7 days a week, 30 days a month, 12 months a
Right.
year. Your body's not designed for that. So
No.
why don't we not go so intrusive with it, and why don't we just eat right, get the right fiber, get the right nutrients, hydrate more, and all this will naturally happen. I shouldn't have to take these detox teas and all this other stuff because
Right.
I've been so backed up for 30 years. That's only for extreme cases when certain things may happen, and someone has to go get a colonoscopy. That's what
Right.
these things are for. They're not for the everyday person. I want to lose 20 pounds, but I still want to go eat
Right.
pizza, but I'll drink this. No. Anything that
Yeah.
says, any product that tells you, or anyone that tells you, you can take this product and you can still live your regular life and eat these foods, run away from them. Run away from
Absolutely.
them.
Absolutely. Like you said, just put the right things in your body. And it's just a wake up call, like when your things aren't moving the way they're supposed to. I see Dave checked in and he I be on him about his water. Like I'll be like, how many bottles of water you had? He'll talk about 3 or 4. I'm like, yeah, maybe in a week, like he
Yeah.
gotta do better on the water thing. It's so important. Any other tips and pieces of advice, coming from with what you do, because I really want somebody, whether it's one person or 5 people or 10 people, to get something from this and potentially want to consult with you one on one, because
Hmm.
I brought you on here because like I said, you and I have been rocking probably close to a decade now. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
and I really trust everything that you do. Like I respect your business. You've helped me out. You helped my homegirl T Peaches out. Like she
Yeah.
was in tears talking to me about how she was able to kind of break that plateau. She was having a hard time. She
Yeah.
plateaued out. And after she started following your regimen, like she's just kept continuously dropping more weight,
Hmm.
healthy health. She was doing it in a healthy way. So any other tips or piece of advice that you could offer, like again, someone who may need to lose 10 pounds or 50 pounds, where would be a good starting point for them, and how should they, get with you on everything?
It all starts with the why. You need to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Is what it comes to. Because no matter what, it's going to start mentally with you. We can have the best whatever we want to do on that. And what we got to remember to think of is if we got to get away from what we want to what we have to have. People are like, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds, or I have to lose 20 pounds. Just like our haves are things we're going to do no matter what. We have to earn money to pay rent,
Right.
or we have nowhere to live. We have to go, we know we have to do what we have to do to be able to get food or put our children in school. No matter what, these things have to get done. So
Fact.
you have to put whatever you're thinking is when it comes to your fitness or the change you want to do into have to do instead of I want to do, because we can always find an excuse, myself included. I'm not acting like like this is me every day. No, I haven't worked out. I started working out 2 days ago. Before that, I had 7 days off because I just need a break at times. Same thing with my eating. I don't eat perfect all the time, but what I do know, I schedule it. So I tell everybody, let's keep everything real simplistic. Let's figure out what you want to do. Be realistic of you and your lifestyle. When I start with someone, let's say they're
Right.
gonna ask them, all right, tell me. We go through your day. All right, let's talk about your day, and then we'll find what works. And I'm not gonna tell someone, hey, let's work out 6 days a week. If you know you're only gonna go 3 days a week, keep it simplistic. Get the foundation, and then we'll build upon that. There's no point in talking about let's go work out 6 days a week if you're not gonna be if you can't do 3 days a week for a month. So if we keep
Right.
things simplistic, and we all know what's good to eat and what's bad to eat. So if you keep it simplistic and know what your goal is, and there's going to be some type of planning. There's research, there's Google. We can all figure out some form of a way of what I should or should not be eating. But none of that matters. I can give you all the information, but if you don't want it in here, and don't know why you're doing it, it really doesn't matter because you may
Right.
stick with a month, 2 months, or you. I've seen people that made great changes, and then a year later it came all the way back because it wasn't here. They just wanted it for whatever reason they wanted it. They didn't have to have it. So let's start with here, what you want to do, and then we can implement a plan. And this is
Right.
information whether you consult me or whether you look on Google, whether you look at a friend, whoever it may be, but it all starts here.
Absolutely. And the thing is too, if you decide that this is what you have to do or want to do, then you just have to stay committed to it and stop making excuses. Like we all
Mhm.
have the same 24 hours in a day. And I know some people are truly busier than others. I totally get that. But don't ever be too busy to take care of you. Like we only got one shot at life, and I'm
Mhm.
sure we've all lost loved ones. I lost my sister at 41 because she had cancer because she just really never took care of herself. She was overweight and she had high blood pressure. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I got on my fitness journey around 40 is because I was like, I don't want to be like my sister. I don't want to lose my life at 41 because I'm not taking care of myself. So
Mhm.
you got to figure, even if it's 30 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day, you got an extra 20 minutes to make yourself healthy. Stop making excuses, y'all.
Yeah, everyone has that, and like I said, I train everyone from the regular person who may work at McDonald's or Starbucks to the multi-millionaire real estate investor whose life is really scheduled out. Everyone
Yeah.
has 30 minutes if we really want to break it down. And then like that's when it comes to me and people come to consult with me. I don't have time. I do this. I like, all right, let's get the pen and pad out and we're gonna break the hours down in a week, which is 168. And we're gonna figure out how many hours you really do in everything. And it
Right.
and numbers don't lie. We figured all out. All right, now okay, so you have 3 hours every day. Now we went through this, figured everything out. Now what are you gonna tell me? All you can tell me is you don't want to do it. Not that I don't have time to do it.
Right. And realistically, you can do it at home. Like, yes,
Yeah.
I have two gym memberships, but we also during the whole pandemic, we converted our garage into a gym as well. So it's like you can do all this stuff right at the house, so there's no excuses. Like some people don't want to go to the gym because maybe they're embarrassed or they don't want other
Mhm.
people watching them. I get that. So do it at home. Go pick you. I went to Burlington the other day, put y'all on a little game. I went to Burlington Coat Factory and I got two 20-pound kettlebells for $16 each, which is very cheap for weights.
Mhm.
And really 20 pounds, I got two 20 pounds, $16 each. That is all you really need. You don't, if you're not trying to, build huge muscles, you don't need anything more than 10 to 20 pounds. That's going to really get you where you need to be. Am I right on saying that?
Absolutely. I have plenty of clients who don't want to go to gyms who have they come home from a long day's work at 8 to 10 hours and have kids at home and look, I got 30 to 45 minutes. I got a living room and I got this. What can we do here? And like Peaches is a prime example. She told me that. She,
Yes.
I have 30 minutes. I got 4 days a week. What can you give me? And we made it
Right.
work. We made it work. All right, 30 minutes. I got you. Let's do this. Right in the living room.
Yeah.
She comes home. She'll do a workout and then she'll go be mom and live her life.
Period. Exactly. And she's basically a single mom. She's got a little boy at home, and she's still making it work. And I'm so proud of her. And I thank
Yeah.
you as
Mhm.
well for like really keeping her motivated. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you, man. So anybody that's tuned in that wants to maybe hit you up afterwards, what's the best way? Give them your business name and tell them the best way for them to reach out to you.
Yeah, my business is Animal Morph Athletics. Is my training company. Most people hit me on Instagram, Mic Lungz, MICLUNGZ. My email is exactly the same, Mic Lungz at Gmail. Either which way you can reach me, we can schedule a consultation call, and we'll see if and how I can help you. Supposedly maybe I can't help you. I can point you in the right direction. I can give you some advice. I can give you some tips, but it all starts with a conversation.
Absolutely, man. Listen, I respect you so much. I appreciate you. Is there anything else, that you have on your heart, on your mind that you want to let these? I mean, shoot, you do music too. If you want to plug that in, feel free to plug anything in right now. Let everybody know, anything else you got going on that you want to let them know about.
Yeah, the main thing is my online fitness program is what I'm doing now. We're revamping a lot. We're shooting a lot of content. Like I said, in my programming, you get video demonstrations. So we're filming a lot of things. So when you see
Oh,
see me telling you, all right, we're gonna do a dumbbell bench press. You're gonna see me doing the dumbbell bench press. Or if it's a female that needs motivation, I put a female on there that I want to look like that. So we're doing a lot of that as far as the online training program. I'm really trying to get that solidified to really scale that up. Music is always there. I'll have an album coming out this month, Iron Mic Lungz. And what's cool because the music I do goes to my video content for fitness, so it works hand in hand. But
I
yeah,
love that. You gotta plug that in. You've been
got
doing
to,
music
yeah,
for a
yeah,
long time,
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure. He's a
yeah.
dope artist too, y'all,
Mm-hmm.
man. He's so cool. He's very humble.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so the app is gonna have. I know you probably is. So it's gonna be the online workouts is gonna be on the website and the app. Is that how people will be able to tap in with it?
On the app because most people they're on their phones. So like I said, just real quick, on the app, your workouts will be there, the training with video demonstrations showing you exactly what to do, what reps, what weights to use, and I tailor it. Here we go again. It's customized even for the gym you're at. Because certain gyms have different equipment. So generally, if
Right.
they give me a video of what their gym looks like, I can even tailor it towards that wherever you're at, whether you're home. So you get the training program with the video demonstrations. You get the meal plan. The meal plan comes with recipes. The meal plan comes with a detailed grocery list. We schedule your life out. I take all the guesswork out. I take all the excuses you got, and we're gonna form it in. And even if you do have an excuse, we'll put it in there. We'll schedule your cheat day if you need a cheat day. We'll schedule a day if you need a day off. We'll schedule everything. As long as everything's scheduled, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely. And the thing is, you just have to be honest with yourself. Like, I mentioned earlier on, like when I say my neck, my shoulder hurts me every day for the last 3+ years because I got a pinch nerve in my neck. Like,
Hmm.
there's some days I don't even want to get out of bed, and I've got fibromyalgia. I just was found this out recently because I have like so I have to take a nerve suppressant and stuff. But guess what? I don't use that as an excuse. Like me and millions of other people walk around with some sort of ailment or aches and pains every day.
Hmm.
Stop using that as an excuse because a lot of times strengthening can help that. That's
Yes.
that's what my doctor told me that I needed to work on strengthening my upper body to take that pressure what
Yeah.
was being caused. So I was like, it all makes sense. So stop using that as an excuse.
Yeah, prime example. I got one of my clients. He's 420 pounds, and obviously he needs to lose a lot of weight.
Right.
I have him sit in a chair. All the job thing, we just have him stand up and sit back down. He does that 20 times. That's the best workout he's had in so long. So here we go
Man,
again. It doesn't matter what fitness level you're at. I'll just make it where we can get it done. This guy is 400 pounds plus, standing up, sitting down. But within 1 week, we just altered a couple things in his diet. He stopped having swelling in his ankles. He can get up and walk around. His gout was away. One simple week of just altering his diet and getting things out, the body responded. And that's what I'm talking about. The nutrition work. It's about we have to give everything time. It's not going to be a quick fix. You're not going to lose 60 pounds in
right.
a month. None of this is going to happen. This is the long man's game here, or the long woman's game here. But it's just a commitment. If you stick to it, it's going to happen.
Absolutely. I lost a total when I first started my fitness journey, I lost like 63, 4 pounds, but it
Yeah,
took me over a year to do it. I didn't do
yeah,
it in a because I didn't gain it in a month, so I wasn't expecting to lose it in a month. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
all y'all that follow me, y'all see I be walking and working out and stuff, but it took me a long time to do it. And it's like once you get to where you want to be, it doesn't stop there. You got to continue to be able to maintain it. And like you said, with the gentleman you've been working with, what you put in your body makes a difference because there's a lot of natural anti-inflammatory type foods we can eat that can
Hmm.
help with inflammation. Because I think I'm correct in saying that most health ailments come from some sort of inflammation in our body, right?
Yeah, yeah, big time. A lot of them. A lot of them.
Yeah. So y'all gotta like, start doing better, man. Like, cause I care about my people. I want to see y'all live a long time. I want to see y'all be healthy. I know
Hmm.
for me personally, when I work out and stuff, not only do I feel better about myself physically, but I just feel better mentally as well. Like I sleep better and I just feel good. I feel more energetic, man. So
Hmm.
once again, we got my homie Mic Lungz on here. He's given us a long time of his time tonight. I appreciate you, man.
Hmm.
So for the people, are they able to go download your app without becoming a client of yours and register? And how does that work?
No, no, it's client based, so this is a private app. So yeah,
Got
yeah,
you.
like everything I do is customized. You're not gonna get nothing cookie cutter, no ebook, no this. Everything's customized to the individual.
So you guys need to tap in with him. Tell him your girl TampaMystic referred you over. Maybe he'll give you a 5% discount. I just do that. I don't know. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? But
definitely, definitely.
Yeah, and he's like he said, he's got an album coming too. So definitely support the movement. You know, we got to always include the music in on there because we both are music at heart. So
Definitely.
I appreciate you coming on here again tonight. Let me see. I don't know if there was any other questions. I don't think so. No, yeah, we went through all the questions that the people submitted. So yeah, everybody that submitted questions, thank you for doing that. Anything else you got before we get up out of here?
I just tell everybody the same thing. Let's be consistent with being consistent, whichever that is in your life.
Yes, that's great. I like that. Let's be consistent with being consistent. That's the
Hmm.
thought of the day. That's the thought of the lifetime.
Exactly.
Facts, man. Well, listen, once again, this was my debut for the Magic Room. You know, basically what we're doing is we're going to be showcasing, business owners, entrepreneurs, tastemakers, people like Mike Lungz, who's my personal partner that we've been working together for a long time. He, in my mind, he creates magic in what he does, and that's what the Magic Room is about. So I appreciate you checking in tonight, Mike Lungz. Thank you, everybody who tapped in tonight. Thank you for all the comments and all the love. If you guys missed any part of this, it will be posted on all my social media sites, and you guys can go back and check it out. All right, Mike Lungs, I appreciate you, bro. For real, for real.
All right. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Amen. That's a wrap. Once again, thank you guys for checking in tonight. I appreciate it. This was the first official episode of the Magic Room. I'm so happy that I have my personal partner, Mike Lungs, on there. Guys, please tap in with him. He will change your life. I promise you. He's about his business and he's a dope artist. So in the meantime, we about to get up out of here, y'all.